reasonably good nick. That's the dilemma as well for Johan Zarco. We know that Zarco has pulled the pin. He has just gone absolutely ballistic at the start of this race. But how much longer can he keep running this pace?
Vinales thinks about getting up the inside of Andre and only down at the dry sand corner. And there is Zarco. Marc Marquez probably thinking, can he just keep a little bit clear at the moment? But the trouble is, he's got Cal Crutchlow coming up behind him. It's not an easy situation for Marquez. Zarco is absolutely flat. There is Lorenzo, Vinales.
Rossi and Vinales clearly feel that they can't go into attack mode like Johan Zarco because they don't want to burn up that medium rear tyre. And of course we have to say Zarco, he's got nothing to lose. He can pull the pin and go for it. He's not fighting for the world championship, whereas Rossi and Vinales are, so they're going to be naturally perhaps a little bit more hesitant and cautious than Zarco, who quite clearly is just throwing caution to the wind here.
Ah, brilliant, isn't it? We ride with Jorge Lorenzo on that factory. Is struggling, but just get past you, Noni. Up at 2 when we have
all that's Miller and Bautista. Jack Miller, well, that
has a lead of well over 1.5 seconds as he comes down on the side.
This is the one that's struggling here, isn't he, Nick? He's
Very
gone back
so.
to 9th place. The asymmetric is the harder compound on the right. No dramas for Vinales on the right hand side with the harder compound, but he just said he had no grip whatsoever. It's like riding on ice and in the wet through the left handers. It looks like he's struggling again. Oh, Crutchlow's gone down. Cal Crutchlow's out of 4th place. Race over for Crutchlow. Fast crash at turn 11.
Yeah, the Crivier corner for Cal Crutchlow. Hope he's okay. Fast place to go down.
Who's that? Is that one of the KTMs as well that's gone in with Cal Crutchlow? That looks like Espargaro has gone down as well.
Just double check. Certainly Crutchlow. There you go. Pedrosa goes. There's Crutchlow crashing out of 4th place.
Espargaro follows him in.
Yeah.
Last time around, Rossi got down to a 1:47.26, which is his personal best lap of the race, but he's a second behind Jorge Lorenzo. You'd feel that Rossi with the hard option front tyre would definitely have an advantage in the second half of the race in terms of brake.
We're 20.5 laps to go, and this race isn't over, although Pedrosa's getting away at the front, is it?
Not at all. I mean, I think Danny is probably in the strongest position. You know, you cannot argue with that because he's been able to control it, not had to fight, so he's not using up tyres you know, by fighting with any other rider. But what we're seeing now is that we're already seeing Jorge Lorenzo having to drop off just a tiny little bit. Johan Zarco couldn't maintain the pace, so you do wonder whether that medium, well, not necessarily that the medium's dropping off, but now that we're about 6 laps in, that the hard front is now really up to temperature.
I think that's Alvaro Bautista, isn't it? Back in, yeah. FIM stewards.
Yeah, they'll be in investigation.
Jack Miller and Bautista.
Let's have a look at this, see what happens. It's hard to tell who was guilty and not guilty in that one. Jack Miller clearly feels that Bautista gave him a helping hand for grabbing. Jack Miller's going to be frustrated, but I'm afraid you can't go pushing around on the rise in the gravel trap.
Sorry, he'll be in trouble with that.
Yeah.
We're back with the race leader. Danny Pedrosa for chasing his first win since Misano last September. He has dominated the proceedings here in practice and qualifying. It's a great nick.
Full now, keeping Andrea Dovizioso at bay. Danny Pedrosa was able to build that buffer of about 1.6 seconds, which he kept for about 3 or 4 his own pace and keep his rhythm here, Danny Pedrosa, and try and protect the life in that Michelin rear tyre.
We ride with Andrea Dovizioso, that's Valentino Rossi in front of us. They brake so hard for the dry sack right hand.
He's had a bit of help with the likes of Crutchlow going down in front of him and Miller about east.
Yeah, Dovizioso 6th, then Petrucci. Holger in 10th place, Alicia Sparger and Bass, Bradley Smith 13th.
The top 4 last time around. This was a move by Viñales up the inside of Andrea Iannone. Oh, Maverick Viñales, he got it all horribly wrong. Andrea Iannone's got no choice but to pick it up. There, going to squeeze the brake half a centimetre harder. He would have gone down and wiped out Andrea Iannone. Viñales pretty well to gather that all back up, although being it, he ran wide and nudged out Andrea Iannone.
Just doesn't come off the lead that Danny Pedrosa has over Mark Marquez, but it is slow progression.
Just a quick, where we just had Jack Miller, he's walked